So one of the major benefits of having RingLead as opposed to any other competitors, RingLead gives us a three-pronged solution to be able to really manage the information that's going into our systems. So the first part of it is to prevent and cleanse our data. So that's super important for me because I want to make sure that anything I build on top, I'm already building on clean data, not necessarily on data where I have duplicates or I have to worry about duplicates. So the second approach for us was route. To build round robin through RingLead. A lot of it has to do with segmentation based on our account-based marketing. We have parent accounts that are owned by specific people within the organization. We have an SDR to AE assignment. And then the last portion of it is enrichment, and that's essentially taking us one step further and not just cleansing and making sure that we're routing everything, the segmentation is correct, but that we're also bolstering the information within our database to make sure that we have company firmographic information. One of the more important things for us moving forward is to make sure that we can create a buyer profile based on the leads that we're getting into the system. And having RingLead as pretty much a one-stop shop for all of that becomes super valuable. And it's very critical for me to be able to move forward because I don't have to worry about integrating different tools at different parts of the process. I can just go to RingLead and do everything I need to there, making sure that I know that essentially the platform itself is going to do what I need it to do, and cleansing, deduping, enriching, and routing to the correct person. So it's operationalizing a lot of the processes that we've set in place. So one of the biggest values of enrichment for me with RingLead is to be able to plug in many different data sources into one place. So as opposed to me having to integrate Zoominfo or any other enrichment data source into Salesforce and have those mappings be custom mappings, what I do is I plug everything into RingLead. RingLead has really taken a lot of the effort out of integration for me. Knowing that you guys have taken the time to plug this into your platform, and I know how your platform plugs into my CRM, I don't have to worry about building a sandbox. All I have to do is test a couple of records within RingLead itself. If it's working, it looks great, then I can actually move on from there and fully roll that out. And as opposed to me spending a couple of days, I just plug them into RingLead. And similar to many other functions, it really does just feel like I'm flipping a switch. And making sure that not just is it enriching, but that the built-in redundancies means that it's gonna enrich and then make sure that it's not a dupe and then go into the system. Another point is around API web calls. So as opposed to RingLead coming in, routing the lead, and then having another tool come in and enrich that, everything essentially gets, in a way, outsourced to RingLead. RingLead does all of that heavy lifting, and it's really only acting as if it's one push. I would definitely say that having a tool like RingLead makes me more valuable, primarily because when I'm tasked to do something, as opposed to taking too much time to do the data manipulation, being able to use RingLead to either change the round robin rules on the fly, change segmentation, mass update, or mass delete per se, allows me to go in there and get a request that might take a couple of hours and finish it in a matter of minutes.